Good evening, folks. This is K5LYN. My name's Lynn. I'm in Austin. I'm going to kind of sit at an angle here and keep an eye out on the meter to make sure I'm still talking here. I'm on a cheap and easy SSB built by KG7TR from a QST article way back in 1956. And he did a spectacular job, and is probably the main man of homebrew, hand-built radios these days. And the cheap and easy's driving a Johnson Viking Courier amplifier. It's two 811As, grid-driven, and thanks to K5CGI for making it available to me. All right, I'm going to call some folks that I know are here. I've got RZN, 5QEF, and TS. I'm going to talk to those folks. Then I'll give it to Jay. He can pick up some folks. And then we'll see if Rusty or some of the other net controls come in. Hey, John, you still over there? What's happening at Canyon Lake these days? K5LYN.
Hey, K5LYN, KF5RZN. Name's John, and I'm at Canyon Lake, Texas, like you said. Not much going on over here. Just working and got a wound on my leg from last week. I got stitches in, so I'm nursing that. But anyway, the working conditions today are a TS-830. Barefoot rig power, inverted V antenna, and I'm running a Radio Shack microphone on it there. I was going to try to sell this radio, but I did not make it to Belton, but I decided to keep it. So I hope it sounds okay. And back to net, KF5RZN.
Yeah, John, it's talking up a storm. No way it could be any better. Is that barefooted? You ran that by me too fast.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, sir. I'm barefooted.
Yeah, it's talking up a storm, really putting out a signal. Good to hear you this evening. Okay, KE5Q. What do you say, Jim? K5LYN.
Yeah, K5LYN in the net. This is Kilo Echo 5 Quebec in Plano. And good seeing those of you that were at Belton there on Saturday. We weren't there on Friday, but we were there on Saturday. And I just was going to comment that when Robert and I started back, I've never seen the traffic as light as it was on I-35. No slowdown in Waco where it goes down to 2 lanes, and we made it back in 2 hours and 17 minutes. So just a breeze coming back. Anyway, good seeing everybody. Appreciate you guys calling the net, and go ahead, K5L. Oh, I didn't say what I was on. I'm on the KWM2, driving the 30L1 in Studio A here tonight, and it's going into the, well, I think I'm on the Ultimax 8040. I could be on the dipole. I changed the antenna this morning. I can't remember what I did. But anyway, that's what's going on here. K5LYN in the net. KE5Q.
Spectacular signal, Jim. Good to see you and Robert at Belton. We had a great time up there. I didn't care much for the new hotel that they built right there by the parking lot. I think they got all the plumbing from a dollar store somewhere. I wasn't very impressed with that for a brand new hotel, but still had a great time. All right, let's see what Nick's got on his mind. What do you say, EF, K5LYN?
Okay, Lynn, this is K5EF. Yeah, I stayed in the same hotel, David and I did, and it was kind of comical, really. In the morning, you turn the shower on and have to wait an hour for the hot water to make it over to the shower head. They must have had the hot water heater outside over by the expo. But anyway, it was a great time. I enjoyed seeing everyone, especially enjoyed seeing Jay and Jim. Once again, they did a fabulous job manning that barbecue center there. Anyway, everything's good on this end. Cool. Odd to run around town and not see hardly anybody out, which is, I hope is over with in the next few weeks. But anyway, working on Bob Heil's amplifier today. And reforming some capacitors in it before I hit the big switch on it and see what happens. That's it. I'm running the Central Electronics rig tonight, 100B driving a 600L and R4 receiver. That's it, K5EF.
Oh, it's talking up the storm, Nick. Great signal. Now, I knew that that you were working on Bob's 20A, but I forgot what the amplifier deal was. What was that again?
Oh, he had gotten a B&W amplifier from an estate, I guess. A friend of his had passed away, and he sent it, actually brought it down forgot the thing. Oh, at Winterfest. That's how it happened. So, in any event, I'm working on it now. It needed a new Xena diode and the bias supply and a few other odds and ends. I noticed that half the bleeder resistors, equalizing resistors across the caps were actually broken loose from the PC board, which was kind of dangerous. So we got that straightened out too.
Okay, you said B&W. That's 2813s?
No, this one is a more modern rig. It runs a pair of 3500s.
Oh, the fancy one. KB5CIV's got one of those too, I think. Okay, well, nice work. All right, Nick, great to hear you. We had a great time, and we'll look forward to again one of these days. Anything else on your end this evening?
No, everything's good over here. Just enjoying listening to the big signals on the boat anchor net. K5EF.
All right. Well, let's talk to our almost neighbor, Scott, W5TS. Hey, Scott, what's up? K5LYN.
Good evening, Lynn and the group. It's Scott, W5TS in Bee Cave. I'm on a Kenwood 520 with an MC60 mic going into a dipole barefoot. Lynn, everything's going well here. It's back to you, W5TS.
Okay, Scott. Yeah, that 520, that's a great radio. You just can't go wrong with one of those. It's doing a nice job for you. And I'm sorry we're going to miss you at breakfast. I'm living in a cocoon these days. Because of my age, I'm in the crosshairs, you know, so I'm going to miss you guys. If y'all go for breakfast, I won't be there.
Well, I'll be at the park, so I won't make it either.
Yeah, in fact, there may not be any breakfast over there. I don't know. All right. Yeah, well, enjoy the job, Scott. Great to hear you. Anything else for the net this evening?
Nope, I'll stand by and listen to these old radios, Lynn. Back to you.
Outstanding. Okay, Jay, pick it up and talk to him. K5LYN.
All righty, Lynn. We'll see what we can do here. This is Jake. Excuse me. This is Jake, AM5QS. This evening I'm operating a Kenwood set of twins, the 599 Delta, and going through an old alpha amplifier into a homebrew antenna system and all that kind of good stuff. Same old stuff. Been here for quite a while. Let me see. I think I heard BZ in there. Ron, is that you out there?
Yeah, Jay, and good evening to the net, KG5BZ. Good seeing everybody at Belton, and kudos to you and Jim for doing a fine job of feeding everybody, per usual. Still waiting on a power cord for my Swan 117X power supply. I guess Rusty couldn't make it. Still looking for one of those. That's about it. Back to net. Enjoyed seeing everybody past weekend.
Okay, Ron. Yeah, Rusty had car troubles. His car gave up on him, and he couldn't find a way down, so that's what happened there. But he ought to be able to have it fixed by October anyway. Hope so. All right, let's see. How about KL7CD? Are you there, Mike?
I sure am, Jay. Everybody sounds real good. This is KL7 Charlie Delta down here in New Braunfels, Texas, just north of San Antonio. And tonight I'm on the Hallicrafters Twins and using the receiver for both transmit and receive. Matching power supply and speaker, and that runs into a big green box SB220, running about right at a kilowatt, and I feed my antenna via coax. My antenna's a dipole up about 25 feet, and I was hoping Rusty would be on. I need an HP23 board. I've got a couple of power supplies that need to be upgraded. And I looked on his website, and he has an upgrade board for an HP23 B. It's either A or B. And I need to ask him if that one will work in the HP23. The HP23 has both 6 and 12 volt filaments output, and where the A and the B only have 12 volt. So that might or might not make a difference. I got the 20A up on its side. I started replacing mica capacitors tonight. There's some pretty tight places in there. I think I only got 4 changed out, and I'm hoping that'll fix my problem. I'm losing the 9 megahertz signal somewhere between the oscillator and all the way to the final amplifier. Anyway, I'll be working on it, and I'll be listening in. KM5QS, KL7 Charlie Delta. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, Lynn. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm I don't know where I am today. Well, I do, but whatever. Anyway, KM5QS with Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. Let me take a wild guess and see if I can round up another set of Kenwood twins out there. K5LRX. Are you ready to show those things off, Jack?
Guilty as charged. K5 Lima Romeo X-ray. Sitting up here at 6 acres of the mountaintop, highest point in Travis County, looking down on all of the Austin liberals. Want to try to figure out where all free stuff is going to come from now that everything's shut down. Son of a gun! It's a cartoon show. They look out the window and see all those folks running around little circles. Anyhow, this is a pair of Kenwood twins, and I think you know the source. I got them from Jay, and they're like museum quality, really fine little machines, and I'm delighted with them. They do a fine job, and they'll probably be somewhere vaguely in the frequency vicinity, and I'll get that all sorted out. But in the meanwhile, having a heck of a good time with them. They're really fine little period pieces. You know, it's one sideband was kind of got 1 foot in sideband and 1 foot still in AM, and there's some really nice machinery that came out during that time. The Drake Beat Cup twins and the good old Kenwood twins. So I have both. So lucky me. Back to you there, Jay.
All right, Jack. Oh, they're sounding great. I hope mine sound that good. I'm using an MC50 on mine tonight, but they also work well with the Shures and Electro Voices and pretty much any high impedance mic, or you can use a low impedance mic on some of them. But I think on that particular set, it's high impedance only due to a switch malfunction at one time or another. It should be noted in the manual. I think it is. But at any rate, they're sounding great. So thank you, Jack. Thanks for the kind words. I'd rather be lucky than good. We'll talk to you later. All right. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net? Come now with your call sign.
Whiskey 5, Tango Foxtrot.
November 5, Bravo, Tango, Mexico.
Okay, there's 2 to start with. We'll start with Whiskey 5, Tango Foxtrot. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, Jake, mighty fine. I got some heavy QRM right here by me, but name here is Terry, T. Terry, located near Laurel, Mississippi. And I'm on my Central Electronics 100V tonight. Just got it out of the shop. Mr. Nick fixed it up for me using an R4B receiver, and I've got my old 813s on there tonight, a pair of 813s that I built back in 1988, and double bazooka antenna using a D104 mic. So let's see if I can copy you through the QR Mexico.
Well, I just get up on the microphone and get up close to the legal limit and see if them yahoos out there, you were certainly drowning them out down here. So you were sounding good. All that stuff's working good for you there, Terry.
Well, I appreciate it. The amp's been out in my shop for 2 or 3 years. I used to use it on this frequency and just kind of put it aside, but I'm liking it again. Over.
I understand. I always like stuff that works well for me, too. All righty. Anything else for the net this evening? Sounded great. Thanks for checking in.
I think that's it. I'm going to find this sucker that's calling this QRM, just see where he is and so on and so forth. But I copy you through him, but he's making a lot of racket. And we'll see you next week then, Jake. KM5QS from W5 Tango Fox, over.
Yes, sir. No problem. We'll look for you next week. Enjoy it. All right. Ralph, N5 BTM, I believe it was. Go right ahead. Uh-oh.
He broke up, Joe.
Yeah, he did. Well, I know you're here. I'll tell you something in a minute. But, Ralph, are you okay?
Yeah, stand by a second here. Let me readjust one thing. Anyway, KM5QS, N5BTM, and the net. Well, that was one of the microphones at Ohio ICM that I worked on this afternoon, and it was working great until we get ready for showtime, and then it bails out on me. This evening we are kind of half and half as far as old-timey stuff and newer stuff. Transceiver tonight is an Icon 765. And the amplifier, though, is a vintage, was made between 1974 and 1978. The little Heathkit SB230. We had it on the shelf and had a couple little issues, and we've got got half of it put back together, the bottom half of the cabinet anyway, and so we're playing with it to see if it's going to be good enough to button all up and use for a while. Anyway, running about 40 watts input and about 500 watts out. And so that's about the story down here there, Jay. KM5QS N5BTM.
Okay, Ralph. Sounded great now. Whatever it was, though, well, you'll figure it out. Can't be too hard to fix. Anyway, well, thank you, sir. And we'll move on to, I think I'm going to let Rusty take it over. Rusty, Mike, KL7CD, he's probably still listening, and I think he's got a question for you. And after that, if you want to take some, go right ahead. KM5QS.
KM5QS, WK5R. Well, I'm not on the boat anchor tonight. For some odd reason, things went goofy here, and I have to use my tuner now, so I had to rob the jumper off of the deal that went to the HT37 so that I could patch the tuner in. So we're on the 590, the Audio Technica microphone, the GS35B amplifier, and the fan dipole antenna. Anyway, to answer Mike's question, I'm pretty sure it will. I'm checking right now to be sure that it will. I think that is just wires coming from the transformer. So, yeah, if you need the 6 volts, you can fix that, I think, pretty easily. And I do have the boards. Just let me know whether you want just the board by itself, or if you want just the board by itself, you can actually go to my website and purchase it right there, and it'll figure shipping and everything for you. When you click on the picture, it'll give you the price for the board by itself, and there's a little deal down there where it says options. If you click on that, it'll show you how much to add for each option. It's available in kit form and also in completely assembled form. So I do have some of those boards in stock there, Mike. Are you still there?
I'm still here, Rusty. I'd want it in kit form, I think, because you've got all the parts with it, the instructions and all that. And I'm probably going to need 2 of them. I got 2 of those HB23s, and when I look down in the top, I can see those paper exteriors of those old capacitors. So I'm sure both of them need rebuilding. So I'll probably go ahead and get 2 of them. Can I order them there on your website and use a credit card or something like that?
Yes, you sure can. That's what I was telling you there. You can, when it comes up, you go down and you just click on the picture, and it'll take you to the ordering page. And then you click on the option deal, and you just choose whichever option you want. You want the kit one, you choose on that. You can change the number of kits or whatever you want there, and then click to go on to checkout, and it'll take you right on through it. You can use either PayPal or there is a straight credit card. You can use a credit card on PayPal also.
Okay, real good. I'll check into that and probably see an order come through here next day or two. Okay.
Roger. Now there will be a little modification on the capacitors. I'm out of the capacitors that have the leads coming out both ends, but I have some that have it on one end, and you can actually put just a little extension on there. And what I did is I put something on there to insulate it, like heat shrink or something, and just kind of fold them over a little bit where they're out of the way, and they'll work. And the larger one of those, instead of the 47, I have some 82s, which will work just fine. So I can send those with it. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty good at making things that don't work where you can make them work. And so I don't see that as being any problem.
Yeah, I was just giving you a heads up on that, because the boards are actually designed, but there's those three capacitors. There's a larger one and then two smaller ones, and it's designed for the leads that come out both ends, but I'm out of those right now, and I'm having a little trouble finding them. But they're always one way to skin a cat over.
Yeah, roger. Go ahead and pick some of these check-ins up, if you would.
Okay, Mike, I'll look for your order there then. I would prefer using your credit card going through the PayPal way. But if that doesn't allow you to do a credit card, I think it will. I'm pretty sure it will. If that doesn't allow you to do that, you can go the other way. It just takes me longer to get the money. And I could use the money right now. Anyway, all right. Who else out there for Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-ray.
EDX, Byron, you're a little down frequency, but go ahead.
Okay, let me come up a little. I gotta adjust this thing. Hello test. Is that better? Over. WA5EDX.
Just a little bit more.
Coming up a little more. At FT101, adjusting the transmit frequency. Over.
You're on now, Byron. Go ahead.
Okay, like I said, it's on the FT101FE that I've been working on for the last month. Finally got to where I think I can put it on the air. Seems to be working on all bands. Doing everything but working on AM. I'll have to work on the AM part. I got some static crashes tonight due to all these thunderstorms. Looks like we're going to get another round of rain tonight, which is good for my pond. It may actually fill up tonight. First time in almost a year, I think. Sorry I missed y'all at Belton. Hope everybody had a good time. Just got scared off by the weather. Apparently it didn't rain that much, so I ended up going to the tube auction. Jim Sargent's antique radio auction over in Granbury. So I did that instead. Saturday. Back to you, hi to everybody on the net, WA5EDX.
All right, Byron. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to see y'all down there either, because I didn't get to make it. I heard Jay say earlier that both of my vehicles were down, so I'm turning wrenches right now. Hi. Okay, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Come on in here, Perry. and duck the storm. We'll catch you next time. Okay, who else for Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now. Well, I guess I run my string there. K5LYN, WK5R. Your turn, Lynn.
All right, well, let's see if I'm on the air here. How's my frequency sound, Rusty?
You're close enough. Shoot.
Close enough for jazz, but close enough for amateur radio? I don't know. We'll go with it anyway. All right, this is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin, returning on the cheap and easy SSB from QST 1956, a handcrafted radio. Who else for the net tonight? I'm listening.
WB5TXW.
Hey, neighbor George, talk to us.
Howdy. Hello, around the net for the greatest hour of amateur radio for the week. I am on the S-Line 32S175S3 to 30L1. Not everything is all the way cranked up. The power supply, the speaker box, and all the usual peripherals. And Lynn, nobody in the Democratic People's Republic of Austin will be eating in a restaurant for breakfast until May Day, comrade.
Yeah, I forgot the fact that I guess they're all closed, takeout only.
However, I will say I'm going with a friend through the Schlotsky's drive-thru tomorrow, and I'll bet you the little deli's open, but let your fingers do the walking.
Yeah, I figured the deli might be doing something down there. They don't have a dining room anyway, hardly.
Yeah, they have a sit in your neighbor's lap room.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, we'll weather the storm, George. That's the best we can make of it.
Very good. So get on the repeater or 6.52 once in a while. I've been busy. I'm still doing the long marches and a lot of work, and I'm not going to stay healthy by sitting around worrying about things.
No, just dodge the scooters.
Pickup trucks, buddy.
Yeah, that too. All right, George, I'll catch you in the neighborhood one of these days.
Sure enough. We'll see you when we see you, WB5TXW, back to net.
Yeah, the Collins S-Line sounds superb. All right, who else for the net? K5LYN calling and listening.
WA5MTT.
Mike, MTT, is that you?
Yes, sir. If you can hear me through the static crashes, I'm on the Collins 380 and the Transworld 2W1000 tonight, and Electro Voice 674 microphone.
Well, it sounds great, Mike. Yeah, you weren't as loud as usual, but I guess I'm comparing it to the static crashes, which are getting louder. You know, we got some stuff coming in from the west, enough that I think I'll disconnect my antenna after the net.
Well, let it come. We can use some more rain.
Yeah, you're a real artist putting that 380 on the air. It's done a nice job for you. I suspect it's pretty good on receive.
Yeah, it actually is really good on receive, Lynn. It's surprisingly good.
I've never heard one or operated one. You know, they've always been around, but I've always wondered how they worked on receive.
Well, so far I have not been disappointed with it.
Very, very nice work on your part. And that's a hard radio to get up and running. You're among a small group of people in the country that know how to work on those radios. You might make some money off that deal if you're a mind to.
Well, I don't know. It was just fun to get going. It's a very collectible radio.
Yeah, I've heard that the last people that know how to use that thing, to work on it, are dying off. So you're part of a small group. Very nice work, Mike. Anything else for the net this evening?
No. It was good to see everybody at Belton, though.
Yes, it was. Had fun. Okay, who else is out there? K5LYN calling and listening.
Kilo Charlie 5 Lima.
Okay, 5 Lima. Did I hear that right?
Roger. Tom, AC5L in San Antonio.
Okay, Tom. Wow, the static crash is about as loud as you are tonight. Talk to us.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and the Boat Anchors Net. Tom, KC5L, running the usual here, Central Electronics 200 feet, B, barefoot, into a, doubling up about 15 feet. Microphone is at D104. We're listening on RC98. So, keep it short, and back to the net, Lynn, KC5L.
Yeah, you're the third one. Nick had his, and W5TF Terry came in with one, and I'm doing cheap, easy SSB instead of Central Electronics tonight. But all the Central Electronics guys have sounded great. Anything else on your end this evening, Tom?
Nothing else. You're cheap and easy, sounding really good here in San Antonio this evening. But that's it, KC5L.
Well, a master craftsman, KG7TR built it. He's the best there is. All right, who else for the net? K5LYN calling and listening.
Alpha Delta Charlie.
ADC, yes, sir.
Good evening, Lynn, and everybody on the net. This is WD5ADC Rick down in Harlingen. And tonight, again, I'm on the TR4C and a W01 amp, D104 mic, and a UDZ. That's just about it. One thing I haven't done is pull out my desk where all the equipment is. It weighs over 1,000 pounds, so I've got to corner my son and have him help me pull it away from the wall.
Okay, Rick. Well, I know you're on the Drake. You know, I actually miss a word once in a while. The static crashes are getting so loud around here, I may have to look at the radar after this net's finished up. Over.
Okay, well, I brought the power up a little bit there. I had it detuned, and now I'm up to pretty close to 1,000 watts.
It made a big difference. I hear you great now.
Okay, yeah, I had this thing unloaded to save the tubes in the amp a little bit.
Well, it came way up. What's the amp? I forgot.
30L1.
Okay, 30L1. Yeah, I can see why driving a 30L1 with a Drake transceiver might need to go easy on it.
Yeah, I did. Hey, I heard somebody mention something about 9 megahertz in a radio he was having a problem with.
Yeah, Central Electronics 20A. That's KL7CD Mike. Yeah, he had a 20A up and running perfectly well. Then all of a sudden, for some reason, the amplifier stage wasn't peaking right. It was peaking way down on like 160 meters, and he's determined that the 9 megahertz signal's not getting through a mixer or something like that. That's what he was working on.
Okay, I'll throw this out there. I had the same problem with my GSD100 when I first got it, and I did everything I could think of, and I was just about to give up. And I did a physical inspection, and I found the band switch coupling had loosened, and it wasn't switching like it should.
Interesting. KL7CD, Mike, you still listening?
Yeah, I sure am. I'll check and see if it's a little bit loose, but it sure doesn't feel loose. And, of course, all of the switches I've deoxed and exercised them and all that kind of stuff. And it's weird because it was working one day, and next time I turned it on, in fact, I had it on and it quit working, and I started fooling with it, and the peak on the final amplifier would come where it shouldn't come. And output dropped from about 12 to 15 watts down to about 3 or 4.
Okay, yeah, different radios, maybe a different issue, but still, Rick, any suggestions are always welcome. Thanks for throwing it out there.
Alrighty, 7-3 everybody, WD5ADC.
Yeah, nice signal into Austin this evening. All right, who else for the boat anchors this evening? K5LYN calling and listening.
K5YMS.
Hey, Barry, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for picking me up there, Lynn. How's my frequency sound? Am I on there?
Oh, well, you know, I'm listening on a Drake receiver I'm not transceiving, you know, so who knows if I'm listening on the same frequency I'm transmitting on. You're sounding great. That's as far as we need to go with it, Barry.
All right. Yeah, the radio you got there sounds good. Man, that sounds like a fancy toolbar rig. But anyway, I'm on my 500C, on 500C, and no amplifier, and a Shure 444 mic,
and got a dipole of about 30, 35 feet or so. And was there a guy from Mississippi there earlier?
Yeah, that was Terry, W5TF on the Central Electronics transmitter.
Okay, yeah, that's man's working good then. I wonder if he can hear me.
Oh, yeah, you're strongest I've ever heard you tonight. Skip, between you and I must be about right.
All right, well, I'll make room for somebody else, and hey, we'll miss the breakfast for a while. Miss the Fiery Migas. Got bacon and a skillet work around, and I'll just study up on my schematic and reconfuse myself there. Back to that, CF5
Yeah, the Swan's talking up a storm sounds great. Yeah, I feel like I'm living in a cocoon over here. Okay, very great to hear you. Who else for the boat anchors? K5LYN calling.
W5OMR.
OMR. Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, you got any more of them Rangers over there?
Well, we'll try, Jeff. It got so complicated. When the guy came along and laid the money on the table, I just had to go with it.
Well, I'm not. I was just laughing, man. I was making a joke, like a junkie looking for another fix, man. You got any more than Rangers over there? Well, hello, Lynn, and everybody on the boat anchors from W5OMR here in Splendora. My name is Jeff, George, England, Ontario, France. And tonight I'm on it's about a 25-year-old radio. Kenwood TS 690, which is a 450 with 6 meters on it. I'm driving that into an older amplifier, the Drake L7, which is feeding the Heathkit SA2060 tuner, and that's feeding open wire line and a full wave Delta loop here on 75. And that's about all we got going on tonight here, Lynn. I'm sorry I missed you at Belton, but I'll take the money instead, and I just got my statement for the check I'm going to get tomorrow. That was a $2,500 decision in the right direction. K5LYN, W5OMR.
Well, you know what they say, follow the money. Sounds like it's working out, Jeff. Great to hear you. Yeah, sorry we missed you. We'll try again sometime soon. Hey, Jay, I've talked long enough. How about it? KM5QS, K5LYN.
Well, all right. There might be a few left out there. We've gone through 19 so far. That's not too bad. Band's pretty good this evening, in spite of the static crashes. All right, folks, this is Jay, KM5QS at Boat Anchors Unlimited Net, and we're looking for a few more lucky people. Who else for the Boat Anchors Net? Come down. Well, there's got to be somebody out there. Let me see. Check. No, I'm getting out, so if you're not hearing me, it's not my fault. Anyone who wants to check in now? I'll be doggone. Rusty, you want a WK5R from KM5QS? See what you got.
Okay, KM5QS, WK5R. A little bit more information from Mike there. I'm almost positive that will work. The only thing that would keep it from working is if you're looking for 12 volts and the transformer on the plane 23 doesn't have it. If it doesn't have it, because I can't get to I can't get a schematic on plane 23 right now. But the 23A, if it's the same transformer, it has both. It doesn't go through the board. It's just, as far as I can tell, not have to look at the wiring set up on it, but it just goes from the transformer right directly to the plug. So it should be good there. Thank you, Mike. Okay, anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited?
A recheck there, Rusty.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, the HP23 has both 6 and 12 volts at the plug.
Okay, you're good to go then. So it should work just fine. I think the whole setup is going to be the same. I think the difference between the 23A and the 23 is the 23A has a switch on it where you can drop the screen voltage from I think it's 350 or something like that down to about 240 or something like that. It's on my deal here. I was looking at it a while ago. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, because the middle voltage has, before it goes into what multiplies it up, is across the two main legs are 125 volts, and if you switch the switch, you drop it down to 95 volts, so that would drop it down before it's multiplied. So I think that's the only difference between the two there, over.
Yeah, Roger. I got the HB23B like Bravo. It does not have 6 volts at the plug, but it does have that switch, and the label on the switch on the high voltage says 300, on the lower one it says 250. But of course the HP23 doesn't have that.
Yeah. If it's got those signings, you can get. If it doesn't have that, well, if it doesn't have that switch, you can wire it whichever way you want it.
Yeah, Roger.
All right. Anything else I can hit you with there, well, let me know. Okay. Who else from the Bone Anchors Unlimited come now? Anybody else out there we haven't talked to yet and wants to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
Kilowatt 8, Whiskey, Oscar, Zulu.
Go ahead, Dan. You're a little bit down the band, but go for it.
All right. I just thought I'd check in real quick. Talking on old heat kit HW12A. I hadn't had a chance to even center it up here, but the microphone's Shure 444D, and I believe the HV23, which is what I'm using here. There is a tab on the transformer to use 6 volts or 12, so you can do it either way. Anyway, that's all I got from here. KWOZ, back then.
Okay, Dan. You're a little light, but I got everything you said there. All right. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net coming out? Anybody, anywhere. You do not have to be on a boat anchor. Just be interested in what we're doing here. If you want to check in with us, come now. Well, we may have run the list there, Liam. K5LYN, WK5R.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a spectacular net, considering it's a noisy night here. This is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin. I heard, I ran a quick trip down the hall there. When I came back, Dan was talking. AWZ, Dan, you still there?
Yeah, a little bit off frequency, I think, Lynn, but I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm curious. What's the radio? It doesn't sound like you.
Oh, it's a old heat kit HW12A.
Okay, HW12. All right. They're actually great radios, that one is a little bit lower in frequency than I am, I think. But it's talking up a storm. Is it barefooted?
Yeah, it puts out about 180 watts like most of them do, but I tried to center it up a little bit more. That might be a little bit better, Lynn.
What microphone are you using on it?
It's a Shure 444D.
Okay, yeah, the audio is a little bit more crisp than I would have thought out of that microphone, but you're in the ballpark.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a lot of this old junk around here. I put this on one of the handsets for $30. Couldn't believe nobody was interested in it. It's actually got a great receiver.
Yeah, I was a high school kid when that came out, a long time ago. Okay, Dan, anything else for the net this evening?
That's it. Just working on junk.
All right, good to hear you. Who else for the Boat Anchors? K5LYN calling and listening. Recheck, go ahead. Recheck, go ahead. Yeah, it's pretty noisy here, Perry. Not as good as usual, over.
Okay, let's do that. Lynn, you probably copy me now, huh?
Oh, yeah, way better. See, we've got thunderstorms moving in on us, Perry.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I think we're going to have some up here before about morning time, I think. Lynn, I was copying the guy, or barely copying him. The gentleman there before me
Was he on a hot water 12? Did I catch that right over?
Yes, sir. You got it exactly right.
Yeah, okay. I've got one here, too. How many watts did he say he was putting out?
Well, I think he said 180. Of course, that's on a peak reading meter.
Yeah, that's pretty typical of them. I don't think I've ever had one that put out any less than that.
Say again, Dan?
I say, I don't think I've ever had one that put out less than about 170, 180 watts.
Okay, yeah. Perry, you carry that? You copy that?
Yeah, I hear that. Well, I'm not going to go there, but I'm hearing him up here anyway. That's all it counts. KB0, you Jose.
Yeah, and I'm hearing you a whole lot better. Did you turn on the app, or what happened?
Yeah, I turned on the, I added the 220 here, so I'm not quite tuned up, but I'm pretty well up there to the gallon.
Yeah, it made a big difference. On a night like this, we needed it. All right, great to hear you, Perry. Okay, hey, we're about to go an hour here. Let me see if there's anybody else wants to talk to me about boat anchors, K5LYN. Maybe not. Maybe about to wind it down. I want to go around the table one more time, Jay, and then we'll wind her down, K5LYN.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, by the way, Lynn, I guess you heard Jack on that other set of twins that I used to have. And when I get the other spare set that I've got checked out real well, I believe that's going to go down to a fellow in the valley. We may have we may have 3 or 4 sets of those things on the air. So I'm trying to keep up with the Central Electronics out there. Anyway, KM5QS Boat Anchors Unlimited. Who have we missed? Anyone or recheck or anybody got a question or whatever? Come now, please. Well, I'm not hearing anybody, and that can only mean one thing. I've enjoyed it, and I'm just going to pass it on to Rusty, and he can do his thing and turn it back to you, Lynn, and you can do whatever you want to with it, but I think we're done. It's been a good evening, in spite of the static crashes, so I've enjoyed it, and thank everybody for being here, so we'll see y'all later. KM5QS73.
KM5QS, that's a K5R. You want me to just go ahead and tie the ribbon on it, Lynn?
Yes, sir. You do a nice job of it.
Okay. Well, before I do, I'll throw out one more time. Is there anybody else out there we haven't talked to yet that wants to talk to us on the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now, before we close it. Hearing nobody, I'd like to thank everybody that checked in, because without y'all, me and Jay and Lynn and Jim down in the valley and down there by the border, or our guy up here when he's on, we couldn't do this without you. So y'all come back next week and see us, and we'll get you back in here for another round. So with that, this is WK5R for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. I'll now close the net and return the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5R.